What Aaron Rodgers, because this guy has been in the news a lot, sounding a little bit odd throughout the years and talking a little political, and even himself going into the JQs and all that. Aaron Rodgers, what he's essentially trying to say, let me translate for you what he's saying here. I went to Peru and I indulged in black magic. I summoned demons. I did a bunch of occult rituals that were probably ancient practices down in Peru. And because I did this and I partaked and I summoned things I wasn't supposed to, now I'm being followed by it, right? Because that's what all these people do. All your celebrities, all your music artists, your movie stars, even your professional athletes, your politicians, your CEOs of corporations, heads of big business around the world, all these private entities. That's what all these people are into. And I know that sounds crazy because you're not into that. But just because you're not into that doesn't mean other people aren't, right? You might not be into basketball, but there's other people that are into basketball. Just like with this, right? Professional athletes like LeBron James, who has a lot of influence, especially over the youth, people my generation more so, Gen Z, and millennials, of course. What he says is going to carry a lot of weight because people who don't know politics or don't understand politics or don't keep up with it, and especially the ones that don't understand how it really works, they're going to get influenced by what these people say on whether it be like, oh, BLM, this and that. I know LeBron was big on the race stuff because you see, LeBron's job is to play the race card, and his job is to just make you think that one day if you work hard, you can be a multi-millionaire just like him, and all these things that people trick you into thinking you can achieve, but you really can't. And I know that sounds negative. That doesn't mean you can't make a good living for yourself. But I'm talking on a level of fame that these guys are at. Because a lot of them, what's going to happen is once they start getting a lot of influence, maybe they're cloned. Who knows? These things go deep, man. And I don't mean to like digress on stuff. This might sound freaking crazy to a lot of people. But to those who know what I'm talking about, that what Aaron Rodgers is basically saying is he sold out. He's a puppet now. That's why he went to the Jets, because I mean, the Jets. Excuse me. The Jets. I'm a Jets fan. Funny enough, so because I live here in North Jersey. The Jets are a polarizing team in itself. Like, the days with Rex Ryan and like I don't know, I always feel like the Jets were like a polarizing team. Like they're a team that like they always suck, but like people want to see them do well, but they're also funny to laugh at. They do stupid things. They Mark Sanchez with the butt fumble like 10 years ago, or over 10 years ago now. That's crazy, but I don't watch NFL anymore. But all these like polarizing like kind of guys like who was the young dudes that were on the Jets? Zach something. Frick, I forgot his name. My God, I forgot his name. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm blanking out. You guys know who I'm talking about. The young dude he's been in the league for a couple years now. I don't think he's on the Jets anymore. But, it's like the Jets are just like a celebrity type team ever since Joe Namath and how he talks about he sold his soul and how he talked about the Jets would never win one again because he won that one Super Bowl and he made a pact with the devil. So until Joe Namath dies, I don't think the Jets have any hope. Sorry to tell you. But anyway, the point of this video is to translate a little bit on what Aaron Rodgers is saying here. And just to let you know that, this guy is probably going to be used as some sort of political figure soon, probably more on the conservative side, I were to guess, because that's what they do. They take these celebrities, people who are, I would say micro popular, like Aaron Rodgers, who not everyone is going to know who he is, but most guys, I would say, especially any football fan, obviously knows who he is. But then you got people, like I was saying, the Fresh and Fit podcast, like Myron Gaines, Candace Owens, Jake Shields, these lower level people who, most people aren't going to know. They'll probably have almost the same reach as Aaron Rodgers. I'd say Aaron Rodgers might be a little more famous. But still, it's these people who have 500 to, maybe 200, 500,000 to 2 million followers who are like these kind of like these micro influencers who a lot of people don't know who they are. But if you're in the niche, you know who they are, is what I'm saying. And, these guys, they're used to push people who are awake, who are waking up, into the politics to make you think that the left and right is a real thing. Because I always talk about politics and the left and right, because as long as you buy in to the left and right is real, your vote counts, whatever administration is in office has real power, then you're gonna get deceived.